Okay guys, there's probably sound effects from the living room because the boys are in there. But I wanted to give you a look, and I'm trying to make sure it's in the frame good, at the new Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. So it's really pretty. It's nice and white. I love that. It'll look good with my white cabinets. The platform, I love because it tells you all of your sandwiches and it has numbers, which is great. So you build them from the bottom up. So this is the cutting platform. And this I'll probably not fold it up very often because everything here just kind of has a space, but you open these and they're kind of loud. The dog is running around like crazy, so if you hear a strange noise, that's her. They make like a really loud popping noise, and they say that's okay, but it's very secure. It might be more secure than the Big Shot. So you place this down, and so these are both 3s, your cutting plates. There is not a magnetic plate yet. There will be. So just, I think for your wafer dies, it's just the 2 cutting plates, and then you run it through, and I'll try it out later. I usually keep 1 for cutting and 1 clear. Like you can tell on my Big Shot, I do all of my cutting on this one, and then this one I accidentally cut on sometimes, but I try to keep it a little cleaner because I feel like all these little marks leave indentations on your cardstock. So that's just my personal preference, and most people are that way. So for embossing folders, you're gonna put the base plate, your 1 cutting plate, your folder, and then the other cutting plate, and run that through. And then the 3D embossing folders, you can see 1 and 4. So you only need the base plate and then this thicker number 4 plate for the 3D folders. So I love how it's all referenced right here. Again, I'm excited to get the magnetic plate when it's released. And what is this? This is number 2. Oh, you know what? I misspoke. So number 2, I can't read directions. Base plate. This little thin die adapter plate. Cutting plate. I thought that was loose. Cutting plate. And so your die goes here. So don't miss out on that. Like I said, I misspoke. You definitely need this number 2. And it says this is not a cutting surface, so always remember that you put your clear plate on there. And then when you're done, if you want to store it or take it with you somewhere, you just snap it up like that. I hope this was helpful. I'm really excited to use this. Let's go ahead and we'll just do something. I've heard it cuts detailed dies really, really well. Find a piece of cardstock. Hold on 1 second. So, all right, here we go. It's always kind of scary to make the first cut on your plates, right? And this feels weird because I always use the magnetic plate, so this isn't the magnetic plate. Oh, look, it's like quiet. And without the magnetic plate, can you see what happened here? I cut the top of that off. I didn't line it up on the cardstock right, but that cut beautifully. Let's try embossing something. So I'm just gonna put that die cut because it's, well, no. I love this little folder here. Can you see it? Can you see the detail on that? I love that. So for embossing, what did it say? Plate. So with the standard, you just need your cutting plate, your other cutting plate, and then this through. And remember the 3D folders, whoops, are your thicker folders. And I didn't get that straight either. And that's really, I think, more deeply embossed than my Big Shot does. So overall, I really like this, and I hope this video was helpful.